In these short instructional videos, we aim to take you through some of the processes that are involved when setting up and configuring your Blustream video over IP system. In this session, we're going to take you through firmware updating the ACM 210, our advanced control module for our IP50 series, 200 series and IP300 series video over IP products. For each of these product sets, the ACM 210 will require a custom firmware to enable the controller to discover and configure these video over IP products, to have the required settings available for the product features you are working with. Trying to set up a video over IP system with the incorrect firmware loaded onto the ACM will result in the controller not being able to discover the product on your managed network. Before starting this process, please download the latest ACM 210 firmware from the ACM 210 product page on the Blustream website, which you will find in the Firmware tab. Make sure you download the firmware relevant to the video over IP platform you are going to be setting up. Connect directly to the control port of the ACM 210 from your PC. Navigate to the ACM 210's default IP address of 192.168.0.225. Sign in using the default password of the ACM. This will be either 1234 or at capital B lowercase ls 1234, depending on the firmware level the unit was shipped on. You will be prompted to change the default password on the first login. Re-enter your new password. To update the firmware, you must exit out of this Setup Wizard page. Click the Close button at the bottom left and confirm this in the pop-up window. Navigate to the Update Firmware tab, click the blue Update ACM 210 Firmware button. Click the Select Files button and select the firmware package previously downloaded and click Open. The process will upload the firmware package to the ACM directly before starting the installation from the onboard memory of the unit. The update process can take up to 5 minutes. Your browser will refresh once the installation is completed and you will be taken back to the login page. Please check that the firmware package is downloaded successfully by exiting out of the Setup Wizard again and navigating to the Settings tab. The firmware of the unit is displayed at the top in the middle. We would recommend carrying out a factory reset of the ACM once the firmware has been updated. You can do this by clicking the red Reset ACM 210 button at the top of the Settings tab. Once you have factory reset the product, you will be taken back to the Setup Wizard page for the configuration of your Blustream video over IP system.